Good morning. Welcome to Summit San Diego. This is your host Dave Struve coming at you from the trailhead of Iron Mountain at the end of Poway Road on California Highway 67 outside the great city of Poway, California. As you can see before we get started on this trail that there is plenty of parking. However, on the weekends, please get here early because parking is limited. There is also restroom facilities here if you need to use that. Plus, it is also dog friendly. So bring your dog out. But however, as that sign says, there is for a warning of heat because the ground does get pretty hot, and especially during the summertime where it can get up into like the high 90s, and on the rare occasion the low hundreds. All right, as we start this trail, we go through this little archway that says trail name on it, Iron Mountain. And with this trail, you can kind of get lulled into a state that it might be a little bit easier than what this trail is, just because you've got that nice archway. And then as we come around here to this little archway of trees, so you come down just a little bit, maybe about 100 yards maybe, and then as we round this corner, you're gonna see this little archway of trees that it's really nice. But then once you start getting into the switchbacks and the rolling hills, the rollers, it gets a little harder. So, but this little archway of trees is gorgeous. Plus, this is one of the only areas that you can honestly get shade during the hot summer months. So now that we've gotten through the trees, we are starting on the rollers. There's this one as we're coming down, and then you've got the next one that's up there. So we'll continue on through these rollers, and then we'll get into some of the rock sections here in a minute. This trail is very nice. It's definitely a challenge, however, so just be aware of that. All right, right now we're coming up on the fourth roller of this section. The mountain right there that you see, that's kind of it kind of gives you a false sense of the summit. That is definitely not the summit. The summit is actually the one behind that, but due to the fog this morning, we've had a little bit of a trouble right now finding the summit. And off in the background, that's when you start to really do your climbing. And then we'll get to the little T intersection. We'll show you that as it comes along. We will also show you some of the cool rocks and rock formations that we'll get up there. So, and just to kind of give you a wildlife perspective on what this trail has to offer, this trail has, you got to watch out for the snake, some rattlesnakes. Also has a lot of bunny rabbits and a lot of birds. I don't think you'll ever see like coyotes or mountain lions, so I don't think you have to worry about that too much. Maybe a little bit more out in the East County and North County. Now that we've gotten through the rollers, here's where it starts getting just a little bit challenging. We're going to come down into this little, seems to be like a like a false riverbed, and then start climbing up and through. This is probably another little spot where you can get some shade along the trail. It's about maybe a mile into the trail. This is a little over 5 miles round trip for this trail. It's really well groomed. It's really well groomed. Heavily trafficked, especially during the weekends in San Diego, and during the summertime as well. And then here you go. Now we're starting to climb. So I'm going to continue on with this climb and continue to make our way to the summit. All right, once you get to the top of this section, you're going to come up on this T intersection. To get to the summit, you want to take a left instead of a right. If you take a right, you'll go back down to the start and then have to start all over again. And if you're trying to get to the summit, you definitely don't want to do that. And then once you get there, you get this rather flat section with some very little in the way of like climb and elevation gain. So this will be a spot where you can kind of slow down, kind of take a breather a little bit, maybe get some water, because you'll be climbing a little bit after this, and then we'll be getting towards the switchbacks. All right, once you get to the end of this section, there's going to be a slight climb. However, it's not too bad. It's not too bad of a climb. It flattens out. Once you get to the top here. However, if you take a look, you see you got some of these dramatic rises, and then you can also see on a clear day, you can kind of see the trail back there where you came from. You can kind of see what I was talking about that roller section. But on a clear day, you'll be able to see all the way back to the trailhead. A little over a mile in, and we come to this little section. It's a switchback section of climbing. So we'll keep it going, and then we'll be getting to the back side of this trail, which you'll see here later on when we get to that little T intersection, and we'll have to go to the right as we come through, as we go make our way to the summit. See, these rocks, they're really sharp. So if whether you're running up or running down, take your time, because if you slip on these rocks, it's not going to feel good, as far as like. And then plus with here, you'd have to get airlifted out if you or try to pull yourself out off the mountain. So just be careful. Do it. Always hike safely. Always run on the trail safely and at your own pace. Now that we have gotten to the end of this section, you see the sign right there. There's that T intersection that I was talking about earlier, where you can either go to the left or go to the right. As you can see on the sign, it does say Iron Mountain Peak, almost a mile and a half to the right. So we're gonna go to the right. I know they got the Ellie Lane is to the left, and I'll definitely cover that in a future video. And right behind us, like I said, about almost a mile and a half behind us is the Highway 67 staging area where we just left. And since we are going to the right, as you can see, that peak on the left, there's Iron Mountain. That's the top, Iron Mountain. And now that we can see it, so since we're getting above the fog layer, and you can see that a little more dramatic in the rock formations and stuff, especially, you know, on the peaks. And you cannot see now the staging area or the trailhead that we just were at, which is back that way. As we get to the top and approach the switchbacks in this little flat section here, you can see in the background, in the background back there, that's a mountain back there. That's El Cajon Mountain, aka El Cap, that I covered in a previous short video. I'll be bringing you that trail with the highlights here in a future video. And then there's Iron Mountain right there, and that's one it's one we will get to the summit today. This my friends is probably one of the most favorite parts of this trail, because of how you have like this little washout section here, and just the colors of these, just of the colors of the rocks and everything, and just of some of the vegetation that we have here is just amazing. And so you get some of these rocks there, like reds, grays, and as you can see right here, this looks amazing. And this will motivate anybody to get to the summit of this hike. So let's continue to roll. And now we're getting into now we're starting to get into the switchback sections, a little more grown over. You might get some. There's the summit up there as we keep it rolling through this little rocky area, and keep our motivation on high to get to the summit. All right, just past that section that we had before, you have like these dramatic rock formations like this, and then you have some of these big boulders that are right here. So, I mean, if you want to climb some rocks and stuff, you could definitely do it out here. However, some of them could be loose, so just be aware. Just be aware of your surroundings when it comes to some of these rocks, because they can get jarred loose. And then let's keep this going. All right, this section right here is another favorite section, because you kind of got this like rock wall. It's right here, this is a dramatic rock wall, and where it's pretty cool. And coming around, you can kind of see where you kind of came from, back over that way. And then the trail continues on this way, and then we'll start being able to see the other side of the mountain and get a clearer view here in a moment. Summit fam, now it starts. We have the starting of the switchbacks, where just keep going up and up on this windy trail to get to the top and conquer Iron Mountain. We'll be switchbacking it up all the way to the summit. I'll see you at the summit. We are close to the top of Iron Mountain, and we're in the middle of one of the switchbacks, and there is the trailhead down there, and this trail is definitely a moderate hike, to say the least. So for beginners, like I said earlier in the video, just take it easy, get up here at your own pace. You'd much rather enjoy the experience than struggle and not and be ruining your whole experience forever with hiking. So hiking should be enjoyed, not hated, so, or disliked. So take it at your own pace and just enjoy every step. We have reached the summit of Iron Mountain. As you can see, there's some amenities up here. They have a couple benches for you to kind of enjoy the view. So you're taking a lunch. A little telescope right here so you can kind of see the views. A little Boy Scout troop set this up where you have Iron Mountain at 2696 feet. Definitely with an elevation gain of over 1,000 feet. And then it tells you in the directions of where things are. So you can see out here. You have El Cajon Mountain, which is right there in the background. And then as we come around, you have San Vicente Reservoir, and then you have San Miguel off in the background. You have some more fog layer. It's starting to burn off. This morning. As you can see right now, we have in clear view right there is Black Mountain, and we'll come around, and there it is. You have the Mount Woodson, or AKA Potato Chip Rock, or the Chip, and then we come around, and then you have Palomar Mountain in the background over here, where there's some really great hiking, and I'll be getting over there in one of my future videos. And then there you have it down there. There is the trailhead. We featured it a little bit in earlier in this video, but there's the trailhead, and there's Highway 67 and Poway Road. So as you can see it a little clearer. So Summit Fam, if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for your post notifications so you don't miss a video once we upload it. And please leave a comment in the comment section so I could let me know what hikes you would like to see next in future videos, so that I can get those out to the fam. And till next time.